Welcome back. This is the Love After Lockup Season 1, Episode 6 and 7 review, 7 being the last episode for the season. I want to apologize about the last video. I've been running on minimal sleep for some reason. Don't really know what's going on with me, so my brain's not really been there. But the last video was episodes 3 through 5, so this is the last two. I hope everyone's having a good day, so let's get this thing started. All right, so we're going to start with Tony and Angela. They did not have a lot of screen time. It was really just her sending him money and sexy photos of herself that were taken by her friend Brenda, who has spent time in prison and has apparently written letters to guys looking for sugar daddies. And of course, she said that none of it was true, but she hopes that that's not the same thing with Tony and Angela. At the end of episode 7, it said that she believes and hopes that Tony will be released in the near future. I don't really know what's going on. They didn't really say anything about why he was still being incarcerated, but they still plan to live together. So that's whatever. All right, and now we're going to jump over to Dominic and Mary. So in the last episode before 6, they had a fight, and he basically was acting like he didn't want to get married and that everything was irritating and that he didn't want to be there tuck shopping, talking about anything. They couldn't even be together for maybe a year once he got out of the halfway house. And so he comes over to her house and he's apologizing with flowers, and he's just kind of like, I want to get married, I just don't want this big wedding. I don't know. They apparently are still together, and I don't know. I can't really do monotone, and I can't really do non-affectionate, but hopefully a lot's changed since then. Obviously, we're in 2021 now, so I don't really know what's been going on with them lately, but they're happy. He's getting out of the halfway house at the end of the after the whole little where the couples are now kind of thing, and so hopefully they have a good future together. All right, so we're gonna jump over to Scott and Lizzie because not a lot happened with them either. They were still waiting to hear about her sentencing, about maybe being in prison for 12 years after she was found with meth, heroin, and a cell phone. And basically, the Scott's friend Charlene was trying to talk to him about taking his financial stuff out of, his and Lizzie's relationship to see how, to see how it would go between them, because I do think that I don't really know if Lizzie really likes Scott. They don't spend any time together from what it seems. But at the end of episode 7, he vowed to wait for her no matter how long it took, meaning that he would be 62 if she really did serve 12 years. But she's saying that hopefully with good behavior, she'll be out in 2018. Well, obviously I don't know what's happened now, so I don't know if she actually got out or not. And I'll be starting season 2 shortly. I just need to watch the 9 Day Fiance episode that I missed yesterday. So, I don't know. I don't really know. 12 years is a long time to wait for somebody. I would have a life by then. And I know that Scott's doing it because he doesn't want to be lonely, but I would rather be lonely than constantly deal with somebody who can't stay away from drugs, and is just not trying to really get out of prison. But you know what? His life, not mine, so whatever. All right, so now we're going to jump over to Allah and James. Now, in the last episode, they were fighting. They had a fight, and apparently in this episode, 6 and 7, she relapsed. She went back to drugs, which honestly I kind of expected. And James, he really made me mad with his comment of how he doesn't understand how people can be clean for a year, and then just throw everything away for drugs. My thing is, when you're in prison, they forced you to be sober. That's it. You are forced to go through the withdrawal. You are forced to basically not want it. And honestly, if you get it, then that's on you. It just extends your sentencing, whatever, whatever. So for her to relapse when she gets out because they were fighting and things were stressful and he was trying to get her a modeling job and this and that and nothing was really slowing down for her. I kind of understand why she went back to I understand why she went back to drugs. I kind of do. And he had said that if she did go back to drugs, they were going to be over. And I wanted to tell him, I think that one time should be enough. We all have our flaws, our mistakes, the stuff that makes us bad, it's all there. And but obviously apparently after she relapsed, she got like treatment. She was away for 3 months and then they were together and then she apparently violated her parole and now she's waiting to be sentenced. They're apparently still committed to their relationship, so I guess we'll just see how that goes. I know that Lamar said that if he violated his parole, he could get a year to 16 months. So I hope that's the same with Allah because I couldn't really see him waiting any longer for her, to be honest. And I gotta commend his friend, Michael, whatever, because I would have been honest too. I am I look out for my friends when they were in their relationships with the people they shouldn't have been, people who are ungrateful and selfish. And, when you come crying to me all the time, I want to tell you, is this really what you want? And I will do the same as that thing. I will tell you the truth. I will tell you the stuff you don't want to hear because you need to hear it because obviously you're not looking out for yourself. Now, will they last? I don't know. I don't have anything about James and Allah I don't really know if they need to last because he seems very straightforward to the point. This my way, not your way. So, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out. All right. So, now we're going to go to Garrett and Jonah. So, I feel for her, Jonah, because her dad is kind of a little excessive. He threw a coffee cup down while they were walking in the park after Garrett proposed to her, and she was going to tell her dad that hey, he proposed. But I guess if my kids, when they get old enough, because they are obviously not old enough, if my kids started dating somebody and then 3 months in they were like, I want to marry them, and then if everything was like that for every relationship, I would be the exact same way. I would be I'm so sick of it too because if they get cheated on, if they get their heart broken, and it's a constant thing, I would probably be done too. And not to mention, Garrett and Jonah didn't really know each other outside of prison. They were like, what, 6 weeks, 8 weeks or something? He was out of prison. He was working. She wanted the ring. He got a car. All of this stuff was going on. And I don't know. I felt like she was wanting something. They didn't really know each other. And they should have waited. To honestly, at the end of episode 7, they apparently went their separate ways. And, I kind of feel for it because watching her break down and cry, walking down this little rose petaled aisle to elope, obviously she wasn't happy. Obviously she wants this big, big, extravagant wedding with 150 people there. And my thing is, when you love somebody, it doesn't matter where you get married. You can have your ceremony later, you can have your second wedding later. It shouldn't matter. And that's just how I feel. If I get married, if I get married ever, I don't know. I don't really care. To me, marriage is just a piece of paper, but if I were to ever get married, I'd like to get married on the beach. Something small, maybe like 10 people there. Most, maybe not even that, because I don't even like people, to be honest. So I don't know, just for her to break down and basically complain about everything, saying that she was just doing it for him and he wasn't really thinking about her. And I don't know, maybe her dad was right. I would have waited for them to get married. I understand you've been dating for 4 years, but 4 years inside prison is a lot different 4 years dating in real life. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. So they went their separate ways. If they'll get back together, I don't know. Life has a funny way of taking you back to people if they're meant to be in your life. So I guess maybe I'll find out. Maybe. So, and now we're gonna get to Lamar and Andrea. Now, I don't have a lot of good words to say about this couple, and I, I don't really know. I don't really know what to really say because um I feel like they kind of cut something out of I feel like they cut something out like I was supposed to see. Apparently she was threatened on her wedding day, and I don't know if that was like I just missed it or something, or if they show up again. I don't really know, but either way, basically Lamar told Andrea that he could not come out to see her kids in Utah because his parole officer said that he could not leave LA for 2 years. And he basically is like, you need to come out to California. Um, but I want to say that I am extremely upset at Andrea because she's been a single mother for so long. Her Nyla, her oldest, I guess, is 12 or something, or maybe her son Jennison, whatever. She has a 12-year-old, and however old Jennison is, and she's been doing this for a long time by herself. And I kind of feel like when you set a life somewhere and your 5-year-old is got accepted in some ballerina thing that is very hard for a 5-year-old to get accepted in, and then your kid does dancing and high school and friends. I just don't think you should uproot your life for somebody you don't really know after like 3 weeks of technically dating outside of prison, you know um so, and her expecting her kids to immediately have this relationship with Lamar, I kind of feel like she was forcing it. And I understand her daughter Priscilla is 5, and the only thing that she's had close to a father is Lamar, but her two oldest obviously know their father. Obviously they have some kind of memories of him ish, but also besides that, it's just been their mom. And you just can't force your kids to immediately click with somebody and say, this is your stepdad, this is your family now. It doesn't really work that way. It doesn't. And um I don't know. I know that at the end of episode 7, Nyla was all happy and open, but I think that what we don't realize from our kids is they're happy for us, and I don't really think that anything they could have said would have changed anything. And I understand that she was all, we're going to move out to California for 2 years, but she shouldn't have. I would not have uprooted my family for anybody I had just started dating for 3 weeks out of prison. Regardless, had they've been together for 6 years. But to be actually dating for 3 weeks and to uproot your entire life and move, no. No, I wouldn't. And I will also say this: if I'm ever attending a wedding and we are 3 hours past starting time, I would have left by like maybe the hour and a half. She was waiting for these shoes to arrive that some designer didn't think she was going to get there. And these shoes, apparently, she found them for like $3,000. And she found someone to design them for, she said, not even a third of the price. What is a third from 3,000? What is that, $1,000? So, I don't know, say $600 for a pair of shoes. A pair of shoes. So, but yeah, like I said, because she's waiting for those shoes, I would have left. I'm sorry. It's late. I'm probably going to be really tired and whatever. So, honestly, them getting married, it actually kind of really made me mad. And I didn't really expect them to get married. And I really expected her not to do it just because I don't know. I don't want to say anyone's desperate, but I definitely would have not married somebody 3 weeks into dating them, but whatever, I guess. Apparently everyone is fine from their, little words on the screen that they're living out in California and they're a big happy family and whatever. So honestly, this whole entire season was a whirlwind of, oh, that's so cute, to some emotional roller coaster of, wow, James can be kind of a prick, and Garrett staying out until 2 o'clock and then not coming home that one day, and then Tony and Angela, and uh, the whole Scott and Lizzie. I was just like, what am I watching? So, but I am kind of looking forward to seeing what season 2 brings, because I think there's like 3 seasons. So, and I don't really know how many episodes there are in season 2. So, I guess when I get started on that, I will make a video to update. So I guess that's it. Make sure you watch out for my 90 Day Fiance review, which I will be watching here shortly. So, hope you guys have a good day.